Bottled builders have been a magnificent invention in the nail industry. Their purpose is to overlay natural length nails. But unlike potted builders, soft or hard, bottled builders have defined parameters, specifically on how thick they can be applied and the length of nails they should be applied on. In today's video, I want to show you the thickness you should be working with when using bottled builder gel and why it is particularly important with bottled builders. Let's begin. Hey there, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Paola of paolaponcenails.com, your source for all things premium soft gels and success as a specialized nail artist. If you would like to continue growing with me, then at the end of this video, do consider subscribing. What is bottled builder gel? A bottled builder gel is a gel low to medium viscosity that allows for leveling and reinforcing the surface of natural nails. Bottled builders are sometimes referred to by their trendy name, BAB, which stands for builder in a bottle, and rubber base. I did a whole video just recently on what rubber base gel is. I'll link it at the end of this video in case you're interested. Because hard gel is often more viscous, making it not ideal to be dispensed from a bottle, bottled builder gels are typically, like 99% of the time, soft gel, meaning they can soak off in acetone. In addition, these bottled builders cure with a semi-hard rigidity, making them capable of being rebalanced, meaning that they do not need to be soaked off in acetone and reapplied every service. But if you wanted to soak them off, you would be able to after filing them down very thin. Bottled builders are very popular because they are lightweight and a fast product to apply, with some brands requiring no bonder or pH dehydrator before applying that base gel onto the natural nail. What makes bottled builders fast to apply is the fact that they are base and builder in one formula, and very often 3 in 1 because very many times they are offered in tinted shades. This is essentially what makes them super popular, the ease of application. Who is bottled builder gel for? First, I want to address the parameters we should uphold when using a bottled gel builder. By that I mean that bottled builder gel is not for everyone, although it does fit most nail types, or I should say most nail lengths. Bottled gel builder is especially for short to medium length natural nails, and as mentioned, should not be applied thicker than 2 credit cards thick. While bottled builders do exclude some people, they actually include and fit the majority of people, because the truth is, after servicing hundreds of clients, most want their natural nails a short to medium length and in hands not fully reconstructed, as it's usually the goal with hard products. That is the primary focus of structured soft gel systems, to enhance the look and feel of the natural nails by leveling and adding a bit of support to them. So here we go. Let's jump into the studio real quick to go over the thickness of a bottled builder application. All right, so here I have a natural nail length. You can see this nail length is not extreme. It is not a pointed stiletto nail, nothing like that. Just a natural length nail, and this varies depending on the size of the nail bed. So the amount of nail bed here attached to the nail plate, that's how we calculate nail length. That's why it varies from client to client. This is something I go over both in the Master Gel Nails course or the Nail Thought certification, explaining how to measure the nail bed per client. So again, this is just a natural nail length there. When you are working with your bottled builder, you want to start with 1 coat being base coat. Remember, this is a base and build, and this is by the brand Nail Thoughts, created by Kokoist USA. They formulate their gels in Japan. This product here is 3 in 1. However, a bottled builder can also be base and build, so 2 in 1. And a 2 in 1 product can also be in a pot. But just so you know, base and build, that's our bottled builder. And you can see the consistency. I have a layer of this on there as base coat. Now, some people may want to use the clear version of this, or even another clear base product by Kokoist like Mega Stick Base for adhesion. You don't have to. Now, maybe your client has a lot of moisture, some flexibility, all of that stuff, and maybe you feel compelled to do it. But I can tell you that the majority of your clients in the 90 percentile won't need a clear base underneath. However, I do encourage it if this color was very opaque or saturated. I think strawberry lemonade is one of those colors. So strawberry lemonade is like this. And obviously it's going to be very hard to go from here to here, right, in the next set. So if your client came in with something like strawberry lemonade and then she's like, oh, actually I want this, that's going to be difficult, right? So we're going to have to strip the whole thing. And we want to avoid that with these products because these are structure gel and we can rebalance the product, meaning we can leave some of the product on the nail plate and then move on to restructuring it. When you apply your layer, you do want to apply it a little bit thick, by the way, not super thin. That's the key with these builders. They're not supposed to be painted on super thin. All right, so how thick should we apply? When I work with these systems, this is fine sometimes with someone with very short nails or up until you run out of the product, because I actually like working with this brush for bottled builders. And then I like to buy the potted version also, so that I don't have to go in here digging for product, and eventually this is going to wear out anyways. The reason why you don't want to be in there digging out with product is because you won't be able to get a beautiful bead when you're doing that. You're gonna come out with gel, something like that. And that is just not enough product at all whatsoever to structure this nail. You will need a slip layer. And the reason why is because that's a mapping layer that's going to help you tell the gel, the bead, the building bead, where to flow into. If we just take a build bead on this and expect it to self-level exactly where we want it, it's just not gonna go there. So I usually call this layer like the instruction layer. This tells our build bead where to go next, okay? So there you go. I have a generous amount of slip layer, not super thin. I want it a little bit filled in, but it's flat. We're not adding structure to this. Okay, we're working with the structure of the gel and moving on from there. So what I mean is that I'm just combing it through, but I'm also not fixating on applying a lot of pressure where my brush is like fanning out, all right? Okay, because if I do, then that coat is gonna be really thin. Also, this, I've seen people paint their slip layer or even their base layer with like this amount of gel on their brush, even something like that. That's fine if you're just going to outline it, but you do need to come in here and then fill it in again. So by filling it in, you just grab a little bit more and fill it in. Again, you want a thick base coat. Now see how easy it is to grab a dollop from the pot. This is why I encourage you having both. And when you do this, you can also see the amount of gel, what's max, what's minimum. So min is like this, right? That's like the minimum amount of gel that we're gonna need on any length nail really to structure like that amount, that bead of gel there. However, if we want like, this is getting into actually a longer nail, even like my length nails. By the way, this is Chai Latte 23 in this same brand of products. So it's like an off-white beige in a way. And you can see if they're thriving. There you are. Okay, so how thick? This is like the maximum amount of gel that you can use with builder in a bottle. Okay, you see after this, it's just uncontrollable. Like you barely have enough time to place it on the nail. So theoretically, the product itself wouldn't even let you make it as thick as you want to. You could use more layers, but we're going to talk in a moment about why that's not the best option. So I'm going to take like the maximum amount of gel I can grab, and then I'm going to let it collect at the tip, place it on the cuticle area, frame it a little bit, and then bring it down, down, down. Can I tell you something? I actually think that was even too much gel. So you see, because I had to offload some, and now I want to comb it through. This is a square nail, so we structure a little different. Again, full step by step, because it really is a technical process. is inside the nail dot certification coming up, or the master gel nails course. After I've done that, I want to flip the finger over, especially because this gel moves a lot. And when I use the max amount of product that I could, so around there, and again, this is like pushing it, like that's it. You really, it just, if you try to do this thicker, you are going to have improper cure, which again, something we're going to talk about. Let it self level a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to cut it and see the thickness of this nail. Okay, the nail is back from the curing unit. So what I want to do now is wipe it with alcohol to remove that tacky layer. I'm going to grab just these scissors, and then we're going to see at the thickest point. Again, this is not a real hand, don't freak out, or finger. At the thickest point, what does the thickness look like? Okay, there you have it. So now what I'm going to do is actually going to grab a couple cards. Okay, so here I have 2 cards, and you can see that tube thickness is about that amount of the nail. You see that? And that's what we want to keep this structure under. We want to keep the structure under 2 card thickness. You see that? Now if that's freaking you out because you're looking at that finger, let's do this. Okay, so that is the correct thickness. You can see it's not very thick at all. In fact, I was able to cut it with scissors. That's not always the case. In fact, if I wanted to show you this example with hard gel, I probably would have had to e-file that free edge so that I can get to the middle and you could see that. Now notice this is a certain thickness and the free edge is actually less than 1 card thickness. So this is the free edge that I cut off, and this is the body of the nail there. So now let's go over some reasons on why it is important to keep the apex, the center of that nail, no max than 2 credit card thickness. Reasons why bottled builders should not be applied too thick. There are 3 main reasons why bottled builders should not be applied too thickly. Reason number 1, improper cure. Light needs to penetrate effectively through the material to cure properly. With a clear gel, a proper cure may not be the issue, but with tinted gels, definitely. Too thick and light will not penetrate and properly cure that gel. Make sure to also stir your tinted builders often to avoid color separation, which will also lead to an improper cure. Improperly cured gel is a leading cause for allergies. Reason number 2, not cute. Simple. I haven't met anyone that I can recall who purposely wanted thick nails. Clients and I myself want only as much thickness as is necessary to improve the look and strength of our very own nails. Reason number 3, you're wasting product. Say you didn't apply your gel in just 1 thick dollop and that instead you got to more thickness by doing a base layer. Good, you've got some good curing because you're curing in between those layers, of course. And so you did that because you wanted to make those nails thicker. Well, actually, the answer is not more layers of bottled builder. The answer is to switch to a more viscous gel. As a soft gel specialist, that would be your potted soft gel builder. This gel has more viscosity and therefore more strength, which makes it the answer for when you want to reinforce nails more. Typically the case when the nails are longer. Final thoughts. A bottled builder is not really there to reconstruct the natural nails. It is there to accentuate them. You're working with the nails that you have and merely enhancing them with a bit of structure. If you need to fully reconstruct nails because they are misshapen, or if reconstructing nails to a specific standard is your thing, then hard products are what you're looking for, whether that's hard gel, acrylic, or poly gel. If you're just starting out in your nail journey, it is imperative that you choose one area of focus to make things super streamlined and easy for you. Soft gel or hard gel? You gotta make that decision early on. Personally, I recommend soft gel systems as they are easier to master and what's going to fit nearly all of your clientele. And listen, As you get more experience, you can definitely start incorporating hard gel into your work, but only if you want to. You can actually remain just a soft gel specialist. I have for over 10 years. Specializing in a niche that truly lights you up using high quality products is something I teach inside my free masterclass. I'll link it down below for you. And if you're seriously digging bottle builders and would like to expand your knowledge in them to learn how to apply them safely and precisely, then I would love for you to join me in this season of Nail Thoughts online certification. The Nail Thoughts certification is a program to certify you in the application of long-range structured overlays on natural nail lens using Nail Thoughts bottle builders, which is the bottled line for Kokoist Japanese gel. Enrollment is now open. You can view more details or join us using the link below. And if you do happen to miss this one or can't join us for a specific reason, you can also join the waitlist to hear about a date for the next one. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe and stick around for that next video I promised you. Bye for now.